Hi guys, and welcome back for another story time. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, hello. But today I decided to do another story time. If it all goes accordingly, story times will be up on Mondays and vlogs on Sundays. And then maybe like Dollar Tree hauls or anything like that scattered through the week. But yeah, so again, if you guys are new to my channel, this is a new series, I guess you could call it, that I have decided to give it a try. And yeah, so that's pretty much the intro here. But anyways, get right into the story time. So I was about 10, between 10 and 12. I was best friends with this girl. We'll call her Amy, just to save her identity or whatever. So me and Amy were best friends, and I never really had friends stay over at my house. I did, don't get me wrong, but I don't know how to really put it, but I think it was that her mom was more cautious or whatever, so if I wanted to stay there, I was more than welcome to, but she could never really stay at my house. So I always stayed at her house on the weekends or whatnot, but one weekend, her mom decided, go ahead, you can stay the night, it's only for a couple of hours, it's okay. So mind you, we lived maybe 3 football fields away from each other. We lived in a trailer park. So she came and stayed up at my house for the night. And we ate dinner, but she barely ate anything. And so we went back to my room. We were watching some TV, just, doing what girls do during sleepovers. It's hang out, laugh, have fun, just kind of talk, watch TV, just that sort of everyday girl sleepover thing. So that's what we were doing. And about an hour or so after we had finished dinner, she asked me if we could have some popcorn, if we had any at the house. I said, yeah, but we just ate dinner. We shouldn't be having popcorn for at least another 2 hours or so. And she was like, no, I want popcorn now. If you don't make me popcorn, then I'm just going to go home and get popcorn and not come back. So I ended up going out and made her a bag of popcorn. And she's like, well, why aren't you having any? And I was like, because I don't want any popcorn. I'm still full from dinner. Anyways, a couple hours later, we had went to bed and everything. Well, I thought she had, I guess. So I was sleeping. My brother was sleeping, obviously in different rooms. So I was sleeping, my brother was sleeping, and my mom and dad always slept out on the love seat and the couch because they just felt more comfortable sleeping out there, because with us kids, they just didn't feel comfortable sleeping in the back of the trailer, to where if an intruder came in, then they could just come and snag my brother and I, and my parents, they might know, but they most likely wouldn't have been able to hear anything because they were all at the opposite end of the trailer. So they were sleeping out on the kitchen table. The love seat is where my mom slept, and the couch is where my dad slept. So they were out there sleeping, and she had gathered up all of my stuffed Care Bears, because I was really into Care Bears at the time. So she gathered up all my stuffed Care Bears in garbage bags that she had brought with her. And a couple of my other toys, I don't know if you guys remember, but these toys were really popular back when I was a kid. They were the needle type things. So they were not really needles though. But if you put your hand through it and then pulled your hand out, it still held the shape. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Nowadays, I think if you find them, they're more plastic than they are metal. But my parents had just bought me one of those, and she had taken that too. So at the front of our trailer, we had a sliding glass door. She threw everything out onto the front porch thing that we had there. And then she went back in, grabbed her pillow, her blanket, her bags and whatnot, and took that too. And her parents were waiting right outside of the house. They were grabbing the stuff as she was putting out on the front porch. So next thing is she starts grabbing food from our kitchen cabinets, from our refrigerator, started grabbing a couple bowls and whatnot. Anything that she could reach, she was trying to grab and shove into a duffel bag. My dad had heard the rummaging around, and he got up and was like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you trying to steal our food?" So he told her to go home, and I never got my Care Bears back. I never got my like metal toy thing that you stuck your hand in or your face or whatever. I never got that back. I think there was a couple items of clothing that maybe she took, but yeah, anything that her parents had grabbed from that front porch, I never saw again. They took everything, they went back to their trailer, they started packing up, and they moved within the week. So I never got any of that stuff back. And from that point on, I was very, very cautious of who my friends were and who came over to stay the night at my house. I didn't feel comfortable for like 2 or 3 years having friends come over unless I had known them for so long, because I didn't want any more of my stuff being stolen by someone that I had considered my friend. So I just thought that was the best story time for you all. I had a good childhood, don't get me wrong. I had everything I could ever want. But just the fact that she had the audacity to come and, she befriended me. And then about 2 months later, she was spending a night at my house and stealing my stuff, even though I had stayed at her house plenty of times and never touched any of her things or took them with me. So I was very cautious about who my friends are, and actually I still am to this day. If I don't like you, I will straight up come out and tell you that I don't like you. But yeah, so that's it for this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all next Monday for another story time. Bye!